Lisa. Welcome to Eric and Lisa TV, the place to be for you to succeed.
Yeah, in our neck of the woods, it's springtime. So today we're going to be talking about renewal and how important that really is, especially when it comes to relationships.
Right, you wouldn't know it. We were going to do this video outside, but it's now raining, starting to rain out. So as we're talking about renewal, we're talking about rain. It really refreshes things, and you know, the same way that you can refresh things in your relationship.
Right. I mean, we had a point in our relationship where we almost lost it all. You know, everything just started coming apart, and we decided that we had so much invested that we didn't want to throw it away, and we recognized that we have the capability of creating anew from any point we want. And, every moment is new. Every minute is a present from the universe for us to create what we want, and we can create what we want in our reality right now.
You know, we're going on an anniversary next week of 15 years of being married. And we've seen some pretty big changes in our lives. You know, having our dairy business and watching that dairy business hit rock bottom, having two beautiful children that we're blessed with, and also hitting this point in our relationship where we really had to take a look at ourselves and see that we couldn't go on the way things were going on, you know, because we really started to find out how much communication was important, our intimacy, and how we could take that intimacy to such a greater level. And we really
great sex life now.
But what we really started to find out is how we were growing together. And let's face it, it's so easy to drift away from each other. We've seen it with ourselves, we've seen it with other people that we know, and we really had to take and ask ourselves, what really matters? You know, our love matters. Our love for one another and this beautiful, wonderful thing that we're creating as a family matters. And it's so easy in life to let life happen. And we didn't want to just let life happen. We really wanted to make and create something extraordinary.
Right, and the biggest aha moment we had was, we had to face our own selves and being honest with ourselves. Taking responsibilities for the actions that we took or did not take. So, and that was, a big deal for us.
Right, especially for me. I had reached this point in my life where I had to be honest with myself about something that happened many years ago in my own life with, sexual abuse. And it's hard, and many people face this. I have been talking to many people that have faced this situation just this week recently on social media. And, we're talking that we don't have to let this happen to us anymore.
Right.
We are not our past. And I had to face this big reality in my own life that, I was not my past, and I was this beautiful person who deserves to be in a happy relationship, to have the intimacy, to have this great sex life and this great relationship, and to really be happy. I had to give myself permission to do so. Not only myself, I had to give you permission to do so.
Exactly. So now we can live fully engaged with one another, and we can grow and have those intimate moments, and the communication, open line of communication now and all that stuff. That's taken our relationship to a whole new level, and it's been a great experience for both of us. We don't have to be the victim of our past. And that's the point we're driving home today is, no matter how much hurt or pain or abuse that's happened to us in the past, we can honor that. We don't have to have that weight on our shoulders, bogging us down and not being able to, run or anything forward in the direction we want to go in life.
Have you ever watched a flower open up its petals? It just opens up. And that's the renewal we're talking about. Just opening yourself up to all the possibilities that are out there. Don't let that outside circumstances affect who you are, your relationship, your happiness, your importance in existence in this life, because you really are important and you play an important role. And when you can really show up in this world to your most beautiful self, what a difference you can make in all areas of your life. We know it. We're so happy to have renewed our relationship and to be, going on celebrating.
Because now we're best friends, and that's an amazing thing when you can have your spouse as your best friend and your lover.
Your best friend and your lover, and it's so important. It has brought so much into our life, and we're so happy to share it with all of you.
Yeah. I mean, it's, it's learning to let go, and we don't hold grudges against each other, or, what happened to us, or, it's your fault that you never told me this, or, it's not about that. It's about, what do you want in the future? Who do you want to become? Who do you want to be as a couple? And, where do you want to go with this relationship? Do you want that spontaneity, the intimacy, the communication? You really got to take the actions to do that in order to have that. You just can't say and think it, and you should do this, and I should do that. It's not the blame game. It's the co-creating, and how beautiful that is when you can do that together and create the life that you want together.
Yeah, it's really about building with the trust of one another, and the trust, the respect, and it's really about coming together as one, because really that's what this world is all about, is coming together as one. And it's a pretty beautiful world when you can do that, and it's a pretty beautiful world within your own world when you can begin with yourself.
Right. A lot of people see relationships as a partnership, but what they don't see is the co-creating together, that they can, create this beautiful union of two souls, co-creating in the reality what they want, where they want, all those beautiful things that you can do together that you wouldn't normally be able to do by yourself. And that's the beautiful thing about co-creating.
Yeah, renewing, replenishing, revitalizing, that's what we're celebrating today.
Right. I mean, look at nature. It doesn't hold a grudge against the winter. It keeps moving forward regardless.
Right. So, I'm really happy myself to be in this place where I am today, to be really co-creating with my best friend and my lover, father of my children. I really, really can't say how much I'm so happy to be here at this present place.
Yeah. And you can too. So, stick around, follow us. We'll give you some tips and tricks, and just, make your life happy, exciting, and, build the confidence in things that you want in your life.
Right. If you've had this happen in your life, let us know about it.
Yep.
Leave us a little comment and celebrate with us. We want to celebrate with you too.
Yeah. So how are you going to start today creating new in your life? So, you can do that comment below in the comment section, or you can join us over on our blog and post questions and join us over there in the conversation that we're having over there. So,
until next time.
All right. Laugh often.
Live your dreams.
And be spontaneous.
Love openly.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Eric.
And I'm Lisa.
Hi, I'm Eric.
And I'm Lisa.
Hi, I'm Eric.
And I'm Lisa. Okay.
Hi, I'm Eric.
And I'm Lisa. Welcome to Eric and Lisa to Be, the place for you to be. I'm sorry.